My name is Laura. If you've never visited my YouTube channel before, I talk about hiking, mountaineering, traveling, grief, all of those kind of topics. So today I am coming to you from Big Island, Hawaii, and I'm going to be summiting the highest peak of Hawaii, which is super, super cool. And this was kind of a last minute trip, and then I realized the island that I was going to had Mauna Kea. Mauna Kea. So I'm super excited to be doing this. My story, I normally try to kind of give you guys a full play-by-play, but there actually is a protest going on at the base of the mountain. So I had looked up all about how to do this. So I'm going to try to basically still tell you how to do it, but my journey is going to be a little bit different. The protest, they allowed me still to walk through, so I was planning on literally walking all the way to the visitor center, which would have been 6 miles extra each way. But anyways, I started walking, and actually a cop car came up behind me and they said they would give me a lift to the trailhead. Thank goodness. I'll probably still have to walk down, but it's like would have been 6 more miles uphill. So basically, normally right across from me is the visitor center. You will want to check in there. You need to fill out the form. It does not open until 12 p.m. so you just fill out that form and leave it there. And then they actually stay open though till 10:30, and you're supposed to stop by and let them know that you got down safely. So once you hit the visitor center, you're gonna come up this main road, and then on your left, where I am right here, there is a very large trail. It has the sign for the trail, and you're gonna start following it. So make sure you give this video a like if you want me to reach the summit. If you love mountaineering, if you love traveling, if you love living life, make sure you hit that little subscribe button below. So can't wait. Here we go. Let's get started. I am half a mile in. You can see that first kind of marker where the trail separates, but it is marked really, really well. So I'm super happy about that. Just kind of a little bit Mars-like already, but I'm sure it's just gonna keep getting more like that. So I am just under a mile in. You can see the visitor center there. It's actually been really steep, which I read the first mile is quite steep. It's a very beautifully clear day, but I just love kind of being on top of the clouds like that. It's so beautiful. And I'm slightly out of breath. So it has basically just been up, up, and more up, but it's been really beautiful. It's a very, very well-marked trail, which honestly, especially as a solo traveler, I'm really happy about that. I did download all trails before I actually started, which I find a really helpful tool. You can download the map. You also can just have it up, and then even if you're off of Wi-Fi, it'll follow you. So it'll tell you if you're on the trail or not. You just kind of like just check out the map. And then normally it'll have really great reviews too. So for example, it told me that like this part is by far the steepest the first couple of miles, and it'll flatten out a little bit more. So that's pretty cool. But I know I'm on mile 2 right now. I have a Garmin, and then I know it's kind of gonna get a little bit easier, hopefully within the next half mile. I've taken about an hour and 20 minutes to get to here. I'm going at a pretty good pace. I've really only taken like one quick 5-minute break to apply sunblock. All right, continuing now. You can see the trail ahead, but actually in the distance, it's always a little bit intimidating for me to see a trail way out there, but you kind of can see one right there. I'm not sure if that's I know that that's the car, but I know the last little bit you take the car route. So we'll see. I know I have to get all the way over there though. Exciting times. So I just took a screenshot of where I am on the All Trails map, just to even show you how All Trails works. Not sponsored by All Trails, just someone who honestly thinks it's a really great tool to have that's completely free. You can't, like I said, you can pay for the downloaded version, but the free version works wonderful. So I'm kind of showing you where I'm at. I'm officially done kind of like the difficult section. If you don't know how to read a map or you don't know how to read All Trails, just putting my water bottle down. Basically, there'll be lines. The more lines that are close together, the more elevation you're gaining, which means the steeper it'll be. So as you can see where I'm at, I just finished going over all of those lines. Now it's just kind of like a line every once in a while, so it means it's going to get a lot more flat. and I wouldn't say flat, it's just more of an incline. You can see that's the trail there. It's just getting just more gradual. I still can see this, the road, you can see it all the way over there. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the summit. If not, that's a false summit. And it'll be shortly after that. But I am just over halfway, so I would imagine that right up there looks about 3 miles away. So I would think that that's around the summit there. So it's actually just been an absolutely beautiful day. Like I said, haven't seen a single person, I mean, you're somewhat close to the road, but I still haven't seen any cars going by, obviously, just because of the protest. No one's else is gonna want to come all the way up here. But yeah, it's just been absolutely beautiful. I've really enjoyed myself. It's just, I love different terrain. So like, I'm actually originally from British Columbia. I'm used to hiking with these huge trees. I now live in Phoenix, Arizona, but I travel all the time. So Phoenix, of course, is super deserty. And this would be more Phoenixy than Canada, but at the same time, it's like totally different still. It's just like you're walking on Mars. The terrain that you're actually going on, I'm gonna do like a what's in my backpack for you shortly when I take a break. But the terrain has either been like you're walking on the like rock lava, which actually is really great because if you have grippy shoes, it's just really easy to jump over it. Or it's kind of been a gravel like this, or it's almost been like a wet gravel, not that you'd slip at all, but just kind of like a wet gravel. So all in all, it's actually been really great, really easy terrain to walk on. And I have hiking shoes, which I'm always a really big advocate, especially on something like this where it's gonna be uneven, just easier on your ankle. So here I go again.
So right after those clump of lines is where I was. AllTrails is just a great tool to have, and then you're following yourself on that red line, and it'll follow you even offline.
Well, I'm officially taking my break now. I'll just take like 10 minutes. But I figured I will show you what is in my bag. So this is basically what I would normally bring for like a long day hike. Obviously it's going to differ in terms of like the terrain, absolutely everything. But I'm gonna show you, and I'm also just gonna link it below to anything that's specific on Amazon, because I'm an Amazon lover, because it just makes it easy. So the first thing is just randomly, I always put in something that isn't gonna go bad food-wise. So I normally have like Pop-Tarts. I normally don't actually eat them. I will if I'm like really in need of energy. But they will give you like a burst of calories, which will give you a burst of energy. But if you were to ever get lost and need extra food, anything like that, it does save, obviously, very well, since they're bad for you. But I like the ground cinnamon, whatever you like. I have a few protein bars. I normally always bring like, I don't think I've ever like used all the food that I bring. I just always bring extra. Also, you never know if you like were to run into someone and they're all out of food, and they, you know, that honestly has happened to me many times, and you just have to offer them food, or they're struggling because of the heat, offer these things. So I have that, and then I picked up like a pre-made sandwich, a big one from a grocery store last night for my actual meal that normally I still kind of more am someone who eats on the go. I do have a Camelback water bottle, so that just makes it really easy when you're in high altitude. And generally you want to be drinking lots of water during your hikes, but in high altitude even more so. It'll really help with any altitude sickness. I do have an osprey bag that I bring on all of my either like one night hikes or my long day hikes. I just know that then I can hold a lot of things in it. I would rather like have a bit of extra room and have a bit larger of a bag, anything like that. So mine's the Osprey 45 liters. And then I have 2 large water bottles that are like this, so that my water stays cool. These are kind of heavy, but honestly, at least it's staying cool. And then I have like an extra t-shirt, just in case I'm like sweaty, which I probably will be, but normally I don't change it, but I just have that there. Oh, that's not gonna work. I have a liner, and I'm probably gonna use this soon, because it is, since it's like quite open, it's gonna be quite windy. I normally bring like a vest, which I've got a vest for just like some extra room. Both of those actually are Columbia. What else is in here? And then I just have like a larger jacket. You never know like when it's going to change. That's an Adidas one. And then besides that, it's on my wrist, I always go with a Garmin watch. I just find I can then tell, like, I know my max heart rate is around 185. I always try to kind of measure it. I never like to go over 165 when I'm hiking. If I see that it's hitting that, I normally just try to slow down a little bit, take a few more deep breaths. But so far on this, it's probably been like 140. Hasn't been too bad at all. So I know it did reach like 150 there at the very beginning. And then besides that, oh, and sunblock. And especially in higher elevation, you really want to utilize that sunblock. I probably could have started in a t-shirt, but I just have like a thin layer, larger shirt, just so that the sun stays off me. The higher the elevation, the worse like UV rays are going to be on your skin. And I'm someone who automatically burns anyway. So just make sure you keep reapplying sunblock. Besides that, that's about it. So suddenly around just before 5 miles, you're gonna get to a quick little fork in the road. This way it's just going to be like 2 minutes. You're just gonna get to like just a quick little pretty lake, but you're gonna stay right and then continue on the actual path. I am at about mile 5. Should have about 1 mile left, give or take, but I just kind of turned a mountain here and this was the view I saw, which is really cool. That definitely means I'm close. So I know on the map I go down a little bit and then it'll be an aggressive uphill to finish the summit. So I'm super excited, super proud of myself, and let's finish this hard. So I'm right around mile 5.5. I got to this sign, and this is where I meet up with the actual road. And you're just gonna walk. I'm gonna walk here on the left side of the road, and I'm literally gonna stay here and continue on until I reach the top. This is awesome. I officially reached the summit, the highest peak in Hawaii. Super awesome. Definitely is windy, so I won't stay up here a super long time, but it's just really beautiful. See little volcanoes everywhere. Looks like Mars, but you're kind of on top of the clouds, which I love. Still have not seen a single soul. Just like super weird when you've been hiking. It took me about 4.5 hours to get up here. To get up here on my Garmin, which is normally super accurate. It actually was a little over 6.5 miles. So I figure it's going to be pushing 14 miles round trip. So I'm gonna take some pictures. I'll show you those now, then head on down. Ah, I did it. I've been making great time going down the mountain. It's pretty easy. I'm just about to get to where it gets a lot steeper, but I have done 3 miles down so far. It's taken me about almost an hour and a half, an hour like 15 or whatever. There's a lot of like clouds rolling in, which actually is like perfect weather, but I'm just hoping that no rain happens. But I'm feeling great and just super excited. Still haven't seen anyone. I know I'm gonna keep saying that, but I don't think I've ever been on a hike that's going on 6 hours that I've never seen a single person. Okay, keep going, Laura, keep going.
It is actually the next day. I was super tired. I did end up getting picked up by a sheriff though, thank goodness. On the way down, he drove me straight to the trail, from the trailhead to the actual road where my car was. There was a lot of protesters there still. I'm very, very lucky because 2 days later, what I'm reading or hearing, it will be closed to walkers as well. So I think that's going to be the case, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. So thank you so much for watching this. Remember, I will leave everything that I talked about below. Hopefully you find that helpful, either if you're going to go hike it or if you just want a little motivation about some hikes. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like this video and you're happy that I summited, make sure you give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe below so you don't miss any of my future adventures. Thanks so much, guys, and keep living life. Bye.